Good morning, sir.
Good. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. So it's been a minute since I actually interviewed somebody I don't know or ran across. So you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go by the name Cartier Camo, man. Independent artist, songwriter. All the other titles people like to get themselves when they doing the introduction. But yeah.
Kelly on the drum.
Independent artist from the upstate area, man. Like you said, I ain't from Greenville. I spent some time in Greenville and I connected with some Greenville people, man. But yeah.
So where you originally from?
Originally, I'm from Pendleton, South Carolina. That's right beside, if you know where Clemson at.
Okay.
Right next to Clemson, you got Pendleton. On the other side, you got Seneca. I'm right there. Pendleton. It's between Clemson and Anderson.
Oh, okay, so it's way out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was born in Anderson, but I grew up in Pendleton. Then we moved up to Greenville, off the Anderson Road area, over by Carolina High School. I spent some time over there. Then we had moved to I forgot what they renamed it to, but it was Crossroads back then, off Cleveland Street. Used to be Crossroads Apartment.
I don't know what it's called now either.
Oh yeah, they done changed the name and gentrified and everything now. But back then we spent a little time out there, and then I moved to Pottersville, and I done been in a lot of places around the way, man. I'd say upstate. I done been all around the upstate, but on Anderson County for sure.
Okay. So when I was listening to your music, I thought you might have been from like Tennessee. Like you kind of got a Memphis swag to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I get a lot of people say you got a super. I like that country sound in my music, man.
Mm-hmm.
I say you might not always catch that dialect when I'm talking, but in my music, I like for you to know that I'm from this part of the.
Yeah, it got a twang to it.
Yeah,
but it's good though.
Yeah,
it's gonna set you apart.
Out here.
Yeah,
everybody don't know that, so they gonna compare it to the country accents that they done heard from the bigger names, but they'll know one of these days.
For sure.
Somebody gonna break through.
So I was going back through your catalog and I noticed the titles of your albums are very big and grandiose. You know what I mean? And they got kind of luxury titling to them.
I like how you put it.
Yeah,
man.
So where that come from?
Where it come from? Honestly, man, I don't know where it come from. I just, people have all different type of titles to their album. Some people have long ones. Some people have one word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like I like to have something with just something that stick out to you. Just like, oh, he named it that. Let me see what he talking about on here, because he ain't just named it, on the block.
Yeah.
He called it that, yeah. So, that is something I put a lot of thought into, man. I have me a list and go through it and just see what feel right. And then lately I've been liking to have because I grew up when you have the title track.
Yeah.
The same title of the album, you have the title track. So I've been trying to do that when possible. I did that a few times on the last few projects.
Okay, well, how old are you then?
I'm 32.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm 32, man. I'll be 33. Yeah, man. I know this is a young man's game, and shit, man. I had took some time off. Honestly, man, I've been doing this since I was young, like a lot of us. I took some time off when I became a father and stuff, and just got into that dad life. Like I just told you, I'm a father first. Shout out to my kids and my lady. I'm a father first, man. But
How many kids you got now?
I got 2 kids.
Okay.
I got a daughter and a son.
That's what's up.
10-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go to the beginning. So what's your first, I'm sure obviously you didn't just start making music when streaming came out.
Nah.
What's your first recorded project that you put out?
Man, like I said, I'm 32, man. So I done been seeing a lot of the development of the home recording process and the independent artists. So when I first started out, man, my pops had seen something in me. Shout out to my pops. And I remember having I think it was Cartier Camo was the brand, and it was like a 4-track. And that literally means 4 tracks.
Yeah.
So 1 track for the vocals, 1 track for one instrument, 1 track for another instrument, and you limited to them 4 tracks. So I started out on the most basic from the basic. Well, honestly, before that, we had figured out how to, some stereos you can get had the headphone hole and they had the mic hole.
Yeah.
So you like, I wonder what's gonna happen if I put the headphone in the mic hole. And we figured out, I can make some muffled raps on here and make a tape. So shout out to my cousins, man. Not my little cousins. Shout out to my cousins. One of them was my little cousin. But yeah, we used to make them muffled tapes with us. So that's where it really originated. And then from there, I guess Pop seen potential and he was like, he messing around trying to record himself rapping, let me. So we got them, what was, you know what I'm saying, top of the line at the time, but now it's like technology that came so far and since then. But yeah, it was the 4 track, so I was on that and that was probably 9, 10 years old.
Okay.
And yeah, man, put my first collection of songs together like that, man. It would be the most. I put the beats together myself. I had a little drum machine, but that was plugged in 1 track. I had the vocal, the mic. I had a little synthesizer thing, so I would make a little other sounds, a little keyboard, and yeah, man, that's where it started at, and that was in the late '90s. Like I said, I was born 1990, man, so that's where it started at, and then it developed from there when technology, went further. Got some studio equipment as far as, with the computer setup and everything. So I was early on with that. I remember back then it wasn't as easily accessible, so everybody didn't have a studio set up. You had to really know somebody or go out of town if you were trying to do music, which it wasn't as common as it is today.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I ain't not to be long-winded.
No, you good. That's what we here for.
That's how I started. Yeah.
So what's the name of your very first project that you would say you was like, okay, I can take this serious?
Well, my first project we put together, like I say, back when it evolved and I had the computer studio set up, I had released a project called I Sure Is. We were just talking about the country stuff. Yeah, we were just talking about how country I am. I always embracing the countryside, man. So yeah, the project was called I Sure Is. I was in 7th grade, I want to say. And Pops, like I said, Pops was really believing in me, man, investing in me at the time. So he had paid to get the CDs printed up. I had the whole jewel case with the, like they had back then. Like we
I
grew
miss
up
those.
on.
I used to read the booklet and everything.
Man, they had the booklet, hang them up on the wall if they had a cool picture or something. Yeah, so I had all of that. We had went to the got a local commercial that we had filmed, and everybody that had Charter Spectrum now back then with Charter, everybody had that during certain like shows that people was watching 106 and Park, Pimp My Ride at the time. They'd see my local commercial come on and it'd tell you the local mom and pop stores that you can go and get their CD. So yeah, that was my first one, man, and I done came a long way since then. I still got a few copies that we done found in storage over the years.
You said, what's the name of it?
I Sure Is.
Sure Is, okay.
Yeah. People that know day ones remember I Sure Is, man. I wish I had brought one with me to show them on the counter, man. My kids get a kick out of that, seeing me. I ain't no facial hair, I'm baby face. Yeah, man. Trying to be Nelly or whoever. I used to be a super Nelly person, man. Probably trying to be Nelly.
That's dope, okay. So as far as your music, what was your first album that you put out on streaming?
All right, so yeah, streaming. So like I said, I had been doing music for so long, all these years, like a lot of us, man, and putting a lot of money into it. As far as not only just recording, paying for the beats, mixing, mastering, but then going to get the CDs printed up with the artwork and let me not skip the cover art design, and then getting them all duplicated. So there was a lot of money going into that, and then you end up giving the CDs out for free a lot of times.
You just want somebody to hear it.
Yeah, it's all promotion. You just want to be heard. So we taking loss after loss, every project doing that, but you just trying to be heard. So over time doing that, I kind of was like, man, I'm putting a lot of money into this, man. I don't really see, you know what I'm saying? Because back then it was a little more limited. It's like I got to break through locally or it ain't going to happen for me. But so I took some time off, then I became a father, and then the streaming, I got put up on how all that worked, and the distribution services, how you can put your music on all the streaming platforms and have it available everywhere. A partner of mine, shout out my boy Trout, he was doing that, and he showed me how he was doing it and how he had started generating some income. So I'm like, okay. It wasn't no life-changing money, but I'm like...
It's money you didn't have.
Like I just said, I've been spending a lot of money over the years and not seeing no money in return. So I'm like, okay, I might see what's to this. So, bam, 2020, COVID come. We spending a lot of time in the house. I'm just bored. I'm like, man, I ain't thought about rapping in a minute. At this time, I just been dad life and working, man. And then I started back messing around, found a little app called Band Lab.
I ain't never heard of that. What's that?
It's a little recording software app. Like, this stuff didn't exist when I was coming up, but I figured this out. I'm like, they probably got a little recording software or something that I got it on my phone, bro. As long as you got a beat, you pull up the Band Lab app, you can put your beat on, You don't need no mic set up, no nothing, bro. You can use the mic on your phone that you call people with. Yeah, but that you can tweak it up and make it sound decent. Obviously, it ain't nothing it ain't no quality you want to put out.
Right, but
as far as just working on ideas and stuff, I was like, okay. So I started playing around with that, just working on ideas. And shoot, I came with a collection of songs, and that became my first project, Now or Never. And that title, I just felt like, I'm either gonna do this now, or I ain't gonna do it no more.
Right.
So Now or Never, I put together my first little collection of songs. And that's how that happened. That was 2020, well, I think, going in top of 2021. I started writing them in 2020. I think I finally released that first project in like January 2021.
Okay. And did you feel like discouraged because was certain things not happening, or it was mostly because of the money you was pouring into it?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie and say it ain't no. I wasn't discouraged, like, cause anybody hearing this that's been a independent artist or whatever, you putting in, you expecting like at least my people that always hype me up, they gonna support this when I do this. And then when you go and do all the work and put the money in, and they don't support it the way you hope they would, then it be like, it's kind of deflating a little bit. But and then all this money I'm putting into it, like, man, I work a job like everybody else. At the time, I ain't had kids, so I had a little bit more flexible income to play with. Now I'm a father, so I got to make sure everything at home squared away first before I play within it. Saying recreational, chasing a dream, whatever you want to refer to it. But yeah, man, I would say a little bit of both to answer the question. It was some disappointment there, and it was like, all right, it's a lot of money going here, and ain't none coming back. We ain't even breaking even. We just
pouring into it
in the red every time, but just doing it out the love. So let's say fast forward, and my man put me on. Man, I've been doing some music. I release stuff here and there. This the type of money I'm seeing. They put it everywhere, man. Just do it, cause the nigga know. Anybody know me? I've been doing this forever.
Yeah.
Since, like I said, I just told you, as an artist, and then when I had my recording studio and everybody didn't have it, I used to record a lot of people around. So I always just been music. I've been the music guy. Anybody know me, friends from high school, wherever you know me from, I've been the music guy. So I was like, man, I put too much time and money into this over the years to just
get nothing financially.
I'm done with it. I ain't never getting nothing back, man. Yeah. So
okay,
I put together that first collection of songs, put out that first project, man, and it wasn't a lot of return at first. It still ain't just life. Like, I can't quit my job with it now, but it's enough for me to be encouraged to keep going. If somebody listening, it is some supplemental income coming in that I'm using to pay my bills and take care of my family. And honestly, that's all I ever wanted out of it. Like,
I think that's what most people want. They just want to, even if you don't become Drake, I think a lot of artists want to just make money doing what they love.
Exactly, bro. That's me. Like, it's cool if you make it to the top of the, like you say, Drake or somebody, but I don't ever got, it's plenty of people that the casual rap fan never heard of, but they make a good living off of just doing their thing, feeding their fan base. And I strive more to be like them than the mainstream people, because it's always, they gonna change your music, they gonna change your image, they gonna make you be what they want you to be once you get to that level, and everybody's aspirations ain't that.
Yeah.
So,
because I noticed that I was going through though, you got some songs you got several songs with 20,000+ streams to them. So you making some noise.
And that come from investment. Like I say, I'm making wrong well, I ain't gonna say wrong, because then was the investment to make it at the time.
Right.
But the more knowledgeable you get in today's game, it's like, okay, I see where I need to go, where I need to put money at to make people go and click this link. Because everybody got a link, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mama got a link. Hey, listen to my...
Yeah, if you got a phone, you got a link.
What you gonna... Exactly. So what you gonna do to make me more enticed to click your link than the next person? And people been putting me on game. I've been figuring out ways you make smart investments. Playlist. I done heard some people on here on this platform speak on playlist. That's huge, man. Even like, Spotify. I listen to Spotify.
That's what I listen
That's
to.
what I use primarily. But whatever you listen to, they got playlisting on all of them. And, if you know the right people, you network the right way, you submit your music to be put on these indie playlists, and people that just listen to those periodically discover you, and that help you, I'm saying all that to say, you don't got to solely rely on the people around you.
You're right. You ain't got to do hand in hand no more.
Yeah, you don't. That's the old game, and it'd be nice if them people help kickstart what you got going on, but you don't got to solely rely on them, because it's people on the other side of the world might not even really. We just talking about my country dialect. They might not know what I'm talking about, but it sounds like it's jamming to them. And I'm seeing like, okay, I got people in other countries tapping in. So that I can't speak for everybody else, but that motivate me. Like I ain't doing this for nothing. Somebody listen.
Yeah, definitely. I was looking. That's okay. He got some legitimate listeners.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. I know. If you was looking back at the catalog, you see I got short projects. Short songs.
You got. I can't remember all of them. I know you got Legend. You got Supreme.
Legendary.
Excuse me, Legendary.
Yeah, Legendary, Supreme.
You got one that's red and white, which is the one I was listening to in the gym this morning.
Pandemic.
Yeah, that one hard.
Yeah,
I like that. You got nice.
So that one I got more. It's a little less vibey and more. I
like the production too.
Aggressive on the production.
Yeah. Where do you get your beats from? You go to YouTube. You go to personal people that you know, or a little bit of both. Or
I used to fool with YouTube a lot, like all of us. But as I started getting more into it, man, I got 3 producers I got to shout out that I'm locked in with locally.
Okay.
My boy Turn It Up Meech, shout out Turn It Up Meech.
Okay.
He from where I'm from. We both from Pendleton. So
y'all grew up together or y'all just...
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I would say we went to school together. He more so my older brother and sister age than me, but we still went to the same school. And his younger brother, we went to school together. But yeah, we both from Pendleton. So them songs mean a little bit more to me because we both from this small little...
Right, it's personal.
small little dot on the map that nobody never heard of. We both from that same spot. He do the production and I come up with the songs and it's a good mesh. So shout out Turn It Up Meech. My boy Majay, he from Greenville actually. Shout out Majay. I met him.
That name sounds super familiar.
I met him at a past job. Shout out my boy Majay. Me and him got a few songs throughout my catalog that there's a lot of people favorite. And my boy Fat Zach.
I don't know who that is.
Fat Zach from Greenville too. He's an artist as well, but he does production. And some of my personal favorite songs he produced in my catalog. And he got three beats on this upcoming project I got. So look out for that. But shout out my boy Fat Zach, shout out Majay, shout out Turn It Up Meech. Outside of them, outside of the local guys that I know personally, I work with a guy named Salsa. Shout out Salsa, shout out Curtis 57. Shout out Isaac. I found these people on the internet. But we do good business though. They actually not even from America.
Oh damn.
And I come to find that a lot. Like the people that plug me with the playlist, the people that design my cover art, the people that I get beats from, they be like 16, 17 from Brazil or from, some random country somewhere else. And yeah, I've been able to link with these people and they hungry like I'm hungry and they do good business. So shout out to everybody I just named, man. Other producers, if I haven't worked with you yet, I'm always open to new sounds and working with new producers, man. If you're watching this, send me some.
You got any local? I know that we're all called local, but I hate to use that word because it kind of diminishes. But so I'll say independent. Is there any independent upstate producers that you've been listening to that you want to work with and just haven't had the chance?
I would say I got a list of artists more so than producers.
Okay, what artists? Because I noticed you ain't feature heavy on your music.
Nah, I like to show them, demonstrate what I can do. I don't want to be featured. A lot of people be featured heavy on their projects. And be like, it almost seems like you relying on the other people to carry you. So, I'm not feature heavy. But as far as artists around the way in the upstate I want to work with, man. I like Big 20 Spook. I don't know if you ever heard of him. Spook from Anderson. He hard. I like him. I like dude named Lil Munyon.
Okay.
Yeah, I done seen him at a couple of the showcases here lately, man. I like him. I like a lot of the females that been going crazy.
Yeah,
man.
they been killing it around.
Shout out, I think her name's Salsalina. She hard.
I'm trying to get her in this chair.
I want to do a song with her. She hard. I've been seeing her. She go crazy. I know it's more that I'm gonna think of after I did this, but yeah,
I
at the top of my head, man. At the top of my head, them the ones. Okay. I say Spook, Lil Munyon, and Salsalina. She hard.
Okay, so as far as since you mentioned showcases, have you had the opportunity to do some of the showcases here, and have you had a chance to do some out of state, or?
I ain't had none out of state. Nah, I ain't had none out of state yet. We definitely open to them. So anybody watching this out of state, if you want to book me, man, I'll come turn your event up. But yeah, locally, I have been a part of some showcases. I did 2 in the same night.
Oh, damn.
Recently, actually. So that was, people had their different views on local showcases or whatever, but I ain't never did 2 shows at 2 different venues in one night. So
How'd that happen?
Shit, man. So I agreed to one, and then somebody else was like, and I'm like, dang, that's 2 in one night. But then I was like, hey, that's kind of lit though. If I could pull that off in the same night. So I did that, and it was just like a personal milestone. Like all these years doing performances, doing music, I ain't never did 2 shows in one night. So that was cool. I had performed at Charleston Sports Pub, downtown Greenville.
Okay, I've been on that before.
Joint, and at the Pump House.
Oh, right down
by Cherry.
Yeah. Okay.
So actually, we back at both of those venues. I'm at Sports Pub again, September 29th, and then I'm at the Pump House October 9th or October 6th. It's the very next week. I think it's the 6th. But yeah, so shout out to both of the guys that's been responsible for organizing them events and reaching out to me, man. I love performing and just feeling that live, instant reaction from the crowd. And I'm learning a lot from that too. It's like, your song can sound cool as hell, but you really got to work on that performance. Like, you be out there sounding windy and looking crazy. Like, I try not to be one of them guys, man. So I've really been putting time into trying to work on my performance and my stage presence.
But it sounds like you got a lot of time invested into your craft instead of just, I'm trying to catch me one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You know, that's the game today. And I would love to catch me one.
Well, of course, there's some money.
Bring that money now. But I ain't in it just for that, though. Nah, I do it more so because I like the music I'm making. I feel like I've been doing it for so long, it'd be a shame for me to just let it go and just say I ain't into that no more, knowing in my heart I really am and still into that.
Yeah.
And so
I had to learn that too. I think it's okay, and people have been trying to put me on game too. It's okay to do shit and want to get paid for it. Like, and again, not be 50 million strong.
You want to get paid from it.
It's better than clocking in, because trust me, I got a whole 9 to 5. Well, it ain't 9 to 5, but I got the whole job. I don't just sit in here and do this. You know what I mean?
Right. But you're right though. It is people that create just from the soul.
Right,
I'm trying to get paid. And some just, I think I like the way this feel. I want to put this out. And I'm kind of a mixture of both. But money and just getting rich off of this ain't what keep me going. It's just somebody out there listening. Like I said, I am able to see some dollars from it to help put towards the money I make in my other endeavors and help take care of my family. But at the same time, I like the way this sound. My son, he 4 right now. You know, 10 years from now, he gonna be ready to drive. Like, boy, my pops was keeping it player. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was hard. I don't know how music gonna sound at that point, but I know I'm just trying to put my stamp. Like, pops was keeping it player. So my music ain't. I take pride in the fact that not knocking what nobody else do. My music ain't violent. I ain't kill nobody. None of my songs. I ain't pulling up on the ops, toting the switch. None of that, bro. I'm just keeping it player. I might smoke some little weed in my music. You know what I'm saying?
That sound like some luxury.
Yeah, I might smoke some little weed in my music. I'm talking about just, hey man, I'm trying to come up. I'm trying to be a stand-up guy. I'm trying to keep it player and not go out sad about these women. You feel me? I'm trying to push the positive, bro. Yeah. And the frequency, I know you hear people talk about frequency sometimes. Some of the music that's out, man, don't knock to them, man. Y'all get your money, do your thing, but some of them frequency be real low vibration, man.
You ain't like
man, I'm trying to make something that you on your way to the function, wherever you going. You just gonna feel like you the man. You feel you riding. Yeah. I am him. You feel me? That's my music. I'm him music.
Yeah, because like I said on one of the interviews, I think it was a generation of music. Some people music they send. Some people do send me music, not a whole bunch, but a few. I want to be on the platform, and some of it, and this is not anybody specific. Some of it ain't trash, but it ain't for me.
I got you.
You know what I mean? I'm 30. I'll be 39 this year.
Yeah.
So I ain't really listening to that 21-year-old rap. Yeah. You know what I mean? I still go back. Mostly I listen to independent artists, or I listen to my generation music. I'm listening to T.I., like you said, Nelly. I'm listening to, Jeezy, Jay.
I was a big T.I. guy.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite rappers, T.I. and Nas. So I'm not knocking them, but some of it is a little low vibration.
Yeah. Nah, you feel it, man. Like, that sounded funny at first, but it's like, I do get a negative impact from hearing these beats mixed with what they saying. They do make me kind of just amped
I don't want that. I got 3 kids.
Yeah. We got enough people out there doing something amped up to do stupid stuff. I don't want my musical contribution to be another thing encouraging them to go crash out. Like, nah, we don't do that.
So why do you want to be more Why do you steer away from that? Is it because you become a father, or because you've been doing it even before you had kids?
That got a lot to do with it. Like when I listen to music I made before I was a father, some of it be cringy. Like at the time, I'm being a young man, I'm getting my shit off.
Yeah,
But now I be
yeah.
like, damn, I don't feel that way today, so I don't really want to. So,
but that shows evolution, though.
Yeah, for sure. You got to. So, like I said, man, I ain't violent in my music. I don't say the word bitch. You feel me? I might say some other stuff, but man, I know we can't justify everything we say in the rap world. It's rap music, but I do try to be conscious of that. My kids getting older. My daughter 10. Oh, a few years she'll be a teenager. She'll know how to tap into what her daddy was talking about. Hopefully it's still available everywhere at the time. I don't know what technology gonna go. But if she hear this, I don't want to just be like, dang, you was saying all that at 32. Nah, man, I had done grew up. My perspective changed on things, and yeah, man. But I am when I'm writing songs, and I hear the stuff that go these days, pussy pink, booty hole, burn, all that crazy. Hey, anybody, I can go in there and do that easily. I can say some nonsense that just don't get a reaction. But I want to be able to stand behind what I'm saying, man. Not just today. I want to listen to this 3 years later and be like, I still.
Yeah, it was about something.
Yeah, man. You feel me?
That's dope.
That's me though. Everybody ain't with something.
Right.
I'll make this sound as outlandish as possible. Cause that was NWA and stuff back then. Shout out, they legends, but they was saying what was gonna get the shock value.
But they was also, for the most part, at least Eazy-E, I don't know about the rest of them, they were living that life too.
Easy was. The rest of them was along for the ride. Let him be the face of everything. But we come from that era where people were juicing it up, and everybody, the audience was gravitating towards that. Shout out to I'm not knocking what nobody do.
No.
If that's your life and that's how you express your art, do your thing. But me personally, when I'm just approaching my canvas and I'm creating my art, I feel like it's enough of that out there. So what can I do to try to be a little different than what is being pushed? And that's how I come up with mine.
Okay, so when you speak of the canvas, what's your writing process? Are you like the young boys, I don't write shit, I punch everything? Or
that ain't me.
Okay, so how's your process work?
If you can do that, man, shout out to you. That's dope. I know Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, all them.
Once they said everybody punch in.
All them made that family. I'm not the punch in dude. I'm not the guy that I'm at the studio, pull up, and I don't got nothing in mind. I can just go on there. That ain't me.
I appreciate the honesty.
I premeditate all of mine. You gotta let me sit with it. You gotta let me take it home. Let me live with it, cause I might write a verse instantly, but I like to live with it. I like to get comfortable with it before I go lay it down for its final recording. So everybody ain't like that. Right. So my work process is a little different, and that make it a little harder for me to collaborate with some people because, like you just said, everybody punch in.
Right.
Everybody just go to the studio with nothing in mind.
Right. I got no concept of nothing.
Yeah, and you end up spending your whole 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever you done spend is all on one song because you trying to record around at the time. Smoke the blunt. Nah, man. If that worked for you, that's cool. But when I go to the studio, I like to be efficient. I like to do multiple songs. So I like to be comfortable with my delivery and everything. So like I was saying, that app that I discovered, I use that a lot just as far as I'm going to lay down a little rough draft just to get comfortable with my flow.
See what it sounds like.
By the time I take it to my engineer and go to record it at the real studio, I'm comfortable with it and it's flowing out effortlessly. So that's how I prefer to do it.
Did you transition from writing down to typing it in your phone, or how do you?
Yeah, I will say that.
No, I never know. Still writing it down.
I used to physically write it out, but I definitely type in the phone. And I have lost raps over the years by being that type. So I said, and I'm gonna learn from this, but I still do. I type it in the phone.
I ain't no wrong with that.
And once in a while, if I'm like doing something, because a lot of times I'm thinking my best line when I'm doing something else.
Right, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta write that down.
Yeah, when I'm not focused on writing this song and I'm doing something else and there's a line pop in my head, sometimes I can't write it, so I use the voice memo thing. And I just record it right then, then I go type it in my phone later with the lyric. But yeah, I'm definitely a premeditated lyrics. I like to take it home, think about it, and master it. And everybody don't work that way, but whatever worked for you, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, because I was listening also, I like, this dude country, but he's smart.
Yeah. I
can't be just punching in.
I like for that to come out. Yeah, man, my engineer, shout out my engineer, Al Toon. A lot of people record with Al Toon.
Yeah, down there in Malden,
Yeah, he's super popular, man. He hard.
He been killing it forever. I want to get him in here, too.
He hard to get a session with, man, because they keep him so busy, man. But, you know, me and him been locked in for some years. My music wouldn't be half of what it is if he didn't do what he do to it. And every engineer, you know, people got their engineer they work with, and their expectations and what each other brings to the table. But I can say for sure, my sound would not be what it is today if we didn't go out his way to do what he do to try to just make me sound as good as possible. So that's money well spent every time.
Yes, sir.
I really don't want to record with nobody but him. And I don't like to be that way. You know, I like to be
you got your
open with
go-to,
artists that I work with producers, but as far as engineering, I done been around. Like I told you, since I done started from recording myself to I done been to multiple other studios in the area.
Keep going, I'm just grabbing it.
Don't nobody give me the quality that my boy give me. So shout out Al Tune Engineering.
You on?
World famous engineer of the year. Nah, I'm good, bro. Appreciate it. World famous engineer of the year, Al Tune over at About Time, man. If you can get a session with him, it'll be worth it. That's the guy. That man.
Sir.
We be sitting here doing something, man. I say something about I might have a lyric about a home run. I knocked it out the park or something. I don't got to tell this man, hey, go find me a sound where I'm hitting the ball with the bat and the crowd.
Yeah.
He just automatically do that because we locked in like that from years of working together. So stuff like that, man. I know because I done been to other places where if you don't mention it, it's not going to be.
They don't even think about that shit. They literally record and pause and record.
Yeah. So while we talking about style, we just talking about rap styles. Now we talking about recording style. I like private sessions.
Yeah, so you don't bring a whole bunch of niggas in there.
If you ain't on the song,
you don't need to be in there.
Or you recording some footage for me, or I done had the producer. You made a couple of the beats that I'm recording on today.
That's cool because he can vibe with you and be like,
I want you to, But outside from that, just as far as having a crowd, just so I don't feel as shy or whatever, like, I don't have that problem, so I don't like crowded sessions. We used to when we was younger.
Of course, because you hype it. Come on, nigga,
I see the results of that. We drinking more than we should.
Yeah, it start getting sloppy.
I'm so busy over here in conversation with the group of people that's with me that I'm not paying attention to the mix. So it's certain things that I might have wanted to ask for. I didn't get a chance to ask for them because I'm over here preoccupied. So me personally, I like it when I'm locked in one-on-one with the engineer. Right. Every once in a while, my lady will come.
Right. She's supporting,
somebody, I might have one person there for extra support. Or just they want to sit in and see what it's like behind the scene. But outside of that, I'm not the one that's coming to. And I do morning sessions. Like, we pretty early today with this.
Yeah.
I do morning sessions most of the time. I'm 32, bro. Yeah. I'm a father. Yeah. I like to get what I'm doing done. And get on back to the house and be daddy. Like today, college football, I'm finna go chill at this.
Yes, sir.
Be daddy. But yeah, man, I like to do the early morning session, man. I like to get in Saturday morning, Sunday morning, whenever I can. And just knock out a few hours, man, and have the rest of the day to chill and go home and analyze this and pick it apart. But I know other people do the middle of the night sessions. Yeah. And they come in 30 deep. Yeah. And I done been invited to them, and I just be like, damn. I've been in those sessions. Everybody got them big blickies on there. Like, okay. See, if I got to feel like I'm on edge and got to watch my back during the session, I ain't going to make the same type of music, you feel me?
Because you ain't comfortable.
Exactly. I got to be in my space, bro, as a creative, so... But shout out to all, this ain't no knock to nobody.
No. Just your process.
However you come across with your art, however you get that out, keep doing what you're doing, man. But that's just how I do mine.
So speaking of being in the studio, especially with Alton, because you say you already locked in, when y'all record, is there certain things you like a go-to in your mixing process? Do you like a little extra reverb, a little less reverb? Do you like...
I pretty much just trust all that to him. I can't say that he really used the same like presets or anything on every song. He kind of just feel it and make it blend with the beat as good as possible. But I trust him on that. And if I hear something that sounds a little off to me, I might make a suggestion. But usually he on point with it. And then I'm not always in a rush to put out something that I recorded. So like I said, I go home and live with it, analyze it, and he might come back. And it might be 2 months later. Now he done got a whole different method.
Right, because it's fresh to him.
Yeah. It's a whole fresh thing. And now he done learned some new techniques with his mixing. So now he incorporating that. So, yeah, I normally trust him with that as far as just the effects. And, I like to put emphasis on certain words and tell him, hey, cut the beat out right here. Let them 2 words be a cappella. Yeah. But it's a collaborative effort. But I definitely trust that man is a surgeon when it comes to that.
He nice with that shit. I done been down there a few times. He
done been in business for a long time out there, man. And I'm sure it's 1 million people around the city that work with him or want to work with him. Yeah. Yeah,
I don't even think he worked no regular job.
He like that, man. If he do, it's just because he want to. Yeah. Because that stuff definitely could keep him busy. Like, yeah.
So you said you got a new project coming. What's the name of that project?
Influential.
Okay. Do you already have all the songs, or is it in the process?
Yeah, everything is already, all the songs is already done, mixed, mastered. I got the cover art being designed actually right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so that should be ready for by Monday at the latest. But
how many songs you got on there?
it's a short one, and it's 8 songs.
Mm.
And the reason why I like to do that is just 2023, man.
Yeah, ain't nobody put no hour-long album.
Average rap listener got a short attention span, bro. I used to make these long songs, these long albums, and people might hear 8 or 9 of them songs. You got 20 songs on there. They might hear 8 or 9.
And
the rest on they just, if they even skim through them, but they not full listen. So I'm like, you know what? Instead of me working so hard on a full, long project like what we grew up on, and people only digesting a third or half of it, then I'm gonna just give them a little bit at a time. And that way, I can look more consistent as an artist because I can drop more frequently, and they can lock in as the listener. They can give their full attention to the 8 songs as opposed to I heard the first 8. Now I'm just
trying to get to the end.
Skipping through to see which beats hard or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like. It's just me adapting, man. Long songs and long albums. That's yesterday, and maybe they might come back. Cause the game always shift.
Yeah.
And when they do come back, I'll adapt again. But right now, it ain't no sense in spending all your time making a 5-minute song when the listener only gonna give you 2.5 minutes of their attention, and the rest of it, that might be the dopest lyrics you ever wrote, but it's in that third verse, so nobody never heard it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I just learned it, like, man, I'm not finna do it, cause that third verse on that song gonna be the first verse on a whole new idea, and this song might go up, so it's just...
Yeah.
That's
so what do you listen to? Do you only listen to yourself? Do you only listen to indie? Do you mainstream, a little bit of both?
I listen to myself, man, but only for critic purposes, man. I'm my own biggest critic, so like say the day that I record stuff, I go home and I listen to it over and over and over. When I'm getting ready, when I'm gearing up for a drop and I'm picking which songs in the track list, I listen to it over and over, analyze it. But on a normal day, if I'm just running the playlist, I don't just turn my music on. I really got a wide range. I don't just listen to rap. There's some days I don't listen to no rap. I like funk music, man. I like lo-fi, just beats playing sometimes, like steady music. Yeah. Man, I like, old school soul, man. I like 90s R&B, New Jack Swing. I got a really long, wide library of what I really am inspired by. Like, I'm a big Teddy Riley fan. I just said New Jack Swing, Teddy Riley guy. I named my son Riley after Teddy Riley.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
Yeah. So like that's how big a Teddy Riley person I am in his whole style of what he brought to the game. So, and as far as like he was the first one really making like the R&B artist sound kind of hip hoppy with the drum, like keep sweating on. So yeah, I'm up on all of that, man, and heavily influenced by that. My favorite rapper all the time, if we talking rap, is Tupac.
Okay, I picked Pac over Biggie too. I feel like it was more emotion behind it.
I feel like wherever you grew up at, what they was on. Where I grew up, my pops and his homies in our region, even though we way over here in the southeast, we Tupac heavy, man. That's what I grew up on. And I'm super Tupac, and I know you get debate still, especially with the younger guys that don't know nothing about that area. They try to disrespect Pac and be like, "Young boy better than Tupac."
They be killing me with that shit. But teach his own.
Teach his own. Music is subjective, but I'm not finna argue with nobody about Tupac, bro. We can go all day about Tupac, man. We not finna do that. I ain't finna do that.
So where does all that music come from? I'm not gonna ask you like if your parents together and stuff, that ain't my business. But like growing up in the house, did they play a lot of that type of music or?
My pops played Pac for me for the first time.
Okay.
Tupac and Scarface, the first 2 rappers I remember hearing growing up.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. Legends,
Tupac and Scarface. He was like fresh out of prison when I was growing up, man. So he was on Tupac, Scarface, and that was heavily influencing me. Then I also had the R&B side of stuff that my mom listened to. And my mom is heavy on gospel music. She's a super in the church. She's a co-pastor of a ministry right now. So
even to this day, that's dope.
To this day. Cool. So I grew up hearing a lot of the Kirk Franklin, that side of stuff too. So I really got a wide range. My mama was a singer coming up back in the day too. She performed at the Apollo in New York. And my mama and her family from New York. They from Brooklyn.
Okay.
My pops and his family from down here. So I got Brooklyn family, and I got some of that flavor in me. And then I got, I grew up in the South, so I'm mostly of the South, but I do got that New York in me and some of her influence. And My mom actually the first person took me to a recording studio.
Okay,
So
fine.
when I was a kid, yeah, for sure. When I was a kid, I was probably maybe 7 or 8. My mom, she had linked up with somebody in the area that had a home studio, and they used to put together like compilation projects with local musicians and vocalists and stuff. And him and my mom linked, so she took me to his studio, and he would do like Christmas albums. So she did like her own rendition of like Little Drummer Boy.
Am I tripping or do you got a Christmas album?
I got a Christmas song.
So, okay, I was going out and said, that look like some Christmas. I don't want to hear it right now because I'm working out. But I said, that look like a Christmas cover.
That's, hey, I love that too,
I thought
man.
I was going through.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You done did your homework. You professional. I like that. That I had released that at Christmas time last year. That's just me playing around being creative in the studio, and I came up with them lines about like Christmas things. So I made a whole song, man, and handled the business for it, put it out, and it got a good reaction.
Okay,
and I had filmed like a little real thing. I was just playing around with the Santa suit on, and it got a good reaction. So it's actually, I've been looking into tapping into like synchronizing music with like films and commercials and stuff.
Oh, like is it called scoring? Or it's not called a score when it's not a movie?
Yeah, I know what scoring is, but this actually is just called like a synchronized opportunity where they put your music with whatever visual they got going on, whether it's a commercial, a movie, or whatever. That's the way it's been presented to me. But
I don't know what it's called, but
I want to do movies one day, like acting in them, but I always been like independent film guy too, so I want to be supportive of that. And I want people to support my independent music.
I'm shooting mine tomorrow. I don't know if you've seen the post called Bathroom Break.
Yeah, I have. So, okay.
I'm shooting it tomorrow. Around the corner from here.
Yeah, my boy Rello in there.
Yeah.
Shout out Rello, man.
I gotta get his ass need to get in the chair.
That's my bro, man. Hey,
we shoot that tomorrow.
Man. That dude is so dope, bro. Shout out to Rello.
But we're shooting that tomorrow. And then, if you want to, I'll place one of your songs on there. It's only like a 15-minute short film, though.
Man, I would love any opportunity for a song. If I can play an extra in there, whatever, I would love to, but I want to be involved in all of that because I really want to be in front of the camera with it, too. But I was saying as far as that particular Christmas song, I put it out last year just playing around. I was going to let it do what it do. Yeah, honestly, as far as the stream count on Spotify, it actually got up there like one of my highest.
Hey, okay.
But, I got an opportunity for that to be included in the independent film that's going to Tubi. It's I think the movie is called Slay Queen, she said. But
slay like a Christmas sleigh?
Slay like a Santa sleigh, yeah. So it's Christmas based called Slay Queen. It's supposed to be dropping this holiday season on Tubi and other platforms that allow the independent filmmakers to do their thing. And my song North Pole gonna be featured in that. So I'm
that's fire.
Super excited about that, man. Shout out to the filmmaker, Geechee One Films, I think is what their name is. Shout out to them. They based down there in Charleston area.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, Geechee and Charleston.
Yeah. So it's all South Carolina. We still in here, but they got like, I don't want to just throw a number out there, but I want to say they got over 20 movies already published on Tubi. Yeah, these particular Geechee One Films.
Okay.
They got a lot of films that's already out there and stuff that they still working on the way. They ask for music for, asking for people that want to be. So shout out to Geechee One Films, man. They gave me an opportunity. I'm really excited to see. That'll be the first time I watch a movie and see my song featured in it. Yeah. So
how you run across that opportunity?
Facebook. Honestly, somebody else that I'm connected with on Facebook, they just be like, if he sees stuff, he want to be supportive, he'll tag me or send opportunities my way.
Oh, that's fire.
I think he tagged me in one of her posts. She was like, I'm looking for music for this movie. And I seen the post and reached out to him, and then, we handled the business, and now it's a done deal. So I'm really looking to do it again as much as possible. Because I know for me personally, when I'm watching movies or shows, that's been how I came across some of the dopest music that I know in my library. Like watching shows like Insecure. I don't know, you ever heard
I fuck with Insecure, yeah.
Bro, I done came up with so many songs. Well, not came up, but discovered so many songs from watching episodes of Insecure that I wouldn't add it to the list and play with me and my lady chilling and stuff. Like, so that stuff is major just because them people ain't sitting down listening to like, I already got a preconceived thought in my mind. You an independent artist. I'm only gonna like your stuff, but so much. Let's hear it.
You're right.
They watching a movie,
and
if your song just blend in right with the scene, they just gonna be like, that's hard. They ain't gonna be worried about who you are, whether they know you or not. You feel me? So that's how it worked for me. So them big opportunities. I say any independent artists out there, if you know independent filmmakers, reach out to them about getting your music in there. reach out to them about trying to get in the movies. All of that is just good looks and help you, expose your brand.
So I noticed you giving a lot of shout outs, and that tells me, in my little mind, that you really about cross promoting and supporting each other. Where does that come from? Because not everybody is like that.
They not.
Yeah, no, they not.
That's a good question, man. I don't really know where. It's just, that's how I am, man. That's how I was raised to be. Anybody that I know that got anything going on that they passionate about and they trying to, do something more than just being regular, I support that. Because it's easy to I'm just a regular person. I'm not going to strive hard to go out my way to exert myself into doing nothing. It's easy to do that, but it's harder to put yourself out there, to believe in yourself, to put yourself out there for the ridicule or what people gonna say, the naysayers. You wasting your time. You think you a rapper, you think you a film director, you think you a model, whatever it is you trying to do, they gonna say that, especially the people that know you personally. But nah, I'm big on supporting just people trying. You trying to be something, trying to do something with yourself, you having a dream. It ain't no, I seen somebody else around the way say, it ain't no expiration on following your dreams.
Nah, it's not till you give up.
It's only in the rap world where they do that, bro.
I think that's because rap is only so old. It's only everybody know it's 50 years this year.
It is. It's 50 years old officially. They've been doing them promotions about that. And we all know rap is a young man's game traditionally.
Yeah.
It's always coming from a young man perspective, rap, barely in the hair on his face. But we should get that when them rappers got older perspective too, though. That would be good. That would be great for us, because when people get older, they go through different things in life. They not speaking, like I just said, I'm not speaking on the same stuff I used to speak on in my music when I was in.
Yeah, and if you are, you ain't grown up.
You ain't grown. So, nah, I feel like that perspective is important to be heard too. Rap is the only genre where we don't want to hear that, bro. You old. Yeah, we ain't trying to. And I feel like I would, if I had the power to change it, I would, because Nas going crazy right now. He 50-something years old, bro.
That shit.
That man winning Grammys.
Finally.
Yeah,
he should have been had a Grammy.
He's supposed to. That's a whole nother conversation about them politics. But Nas 50-something years old, man. He going crazy. He done locked in with a new age producer, bringing the best out of him.
And it goes together. It don't sound like he trying to do too much as an older rapper, and it don't sound like Hit Boy doing too much. Like it meshes.
Right.
Yeah.
And then as far as touring, they've been talking about how the new age act, Lil Baby, Lil Durk. Shout out Lil Baby and Lil Durk, but they've been talking about, they've been having some tour dates been getting canceled or whatever. Because it ain't happening. Nas and Busta Rhymes, whoever the older name acts that go on tour, them loyal fans are coming and showing up excited.
But his Nas fans, in my opinion, are older. So we not, at least for me, I'm not, I never was, but even now, I ain't the type to go to no concert and shoot some shit up. I ain't going to the local, you know what I mean? So I think the Baby and them, and I'm not knocking their fans, because obviously they're supportive. But some of them young boys, they shooting that bitch up.
And my music might not be for the young boy. I feel like it's a nice blend where the young boys are like some of the flavors. I do say some ignorant shit here or there for entertainment.
You got to put something in there.
Yeah, I got to make it entertaining. Can't just be boring as a rapper. But I feel like it's a good mesh. It's a good blend where I got some maturity in it. I ain't gonna go too crazy, but I say something like, okay, that would kind of fly.
Yeah.
And but I do realize it's a young man's game. But stop doing that, man. Older artists, don't be discouraged because you feel like, oh man, I ain't 19, 20 no more, man.
Well, you'll be 19 forever.
You ain't. But the perspective you have right now at 30 or whatever age you is, bro, that might be important, and you might could change somebody's life with that verse that you hesitant to write down because you feel like you're too old for it. I don't agree with that.
Okay, so do you think that Jay and them, because like, for example, Jay's 444, I feel like it wasn't as received as it should have been because it's mature rap, for lack of better words.
It is, but that's why me personally, I'm a Jay-Z fan too. I just mentioned Tupac. I ain't say who else. Jay-Z, Blueprint changed my life. Black Album, I got that for Christmas one year.
Yes, sir.
Went crazy. But yeah, I'm super Jay-Z, and I feel like that's necessary, bro. If we only got Hard Knock Life, Jay-Z, and we never heard the 444, the stuff, the Magna Carta, the stuff that came. Magna Carta ain't high on my list, but still, I want to hear that perspective too. You feel me? Like, we don't know what Tupac, we just heard Hit 'Em Up and stuff. That was the last impression. And it was cut short. We don't know what he could have made in his late 30s, 40s. And that man was a poet. So I just feel like artists need to have that chance, bro. They fan base should stick around long instead of I'm on to the next new young popping thing. That's just the culture, but it's only rap. In any other genre, you can be in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, still touring, still drop a new album when you want to, and it ain't about first week sales. It's just about we so happy to have an album.
Right.
Smokey Robinson. Babyface. I don't want to say Smokey Robinson. Babyface just dropped the album like last year, the year before. That's Babyface. We ain't got nothing to prove, man. But we just happy to hear from Babyface.
But I think I could be wrong. I think part of that is because rap is competitive. R&B is not really competitive. Rock and roll is not competitive. Whereas it's not all rap, but rap is also competitive. But it's also tends to be more aggressive.
It is.
And I could be wrong. I think that's part of why it's like, well, my era's the best because we had Nas, we had Jay. Fuck that shit. My era is the best because we had Lil Baby. You know what I mean? So I think I could be wrong, but I think some of that is from the competitive nature.
I agree with that. I feel like as listeners, we all are gonna feel like the era you grew up on listening to that was dope. That can't nothing touch that. But I'm a person, like I say, I'm an old soul, man. I go back and listen to artists that I like from their very first album, just revisit their catalog. Because I wasn't up on that back then. If I heard it back then, I was a kid, so I couldn't fully digest what they were saying. So I do miss the time where, like I say, I was a very small kid at the time, but when it was more than just you had the gangster rappers.
Of course, yeah.
But then you had Tribe Called Quest, you had, De La Soul, you had them type of guys, you had Common, you had Most Def and
Common, one of my favorite rappers.
Most Def and Talib, Black Star. Like you had all of that in the world of hip hop, and now it's just all drill music or it's all super sexual female thing. I ain't knocking neither one, but I'm just like, damn, I miss when it was a. Remember, what's the boy name? Take me to another place.
Yeah.
I miss when it was that type of stuff in hip hop. Like people drop that type of music nowadays, man. Nobody gonna take
pushed
that
to the
serious.
bottom. Yeah,
ain't nobody gonna take that serious.
I think it's some lyrical music out there though.
It is, man.
It's just harder to find.
It is. You got to be tapped into that world.
Yeah.
If you just waiting on the mainstream or whatever, the music stations, wherever you consume your music, if you waiting on them to show you, there's a lot of people that you want.
That's kind of where I'm at now. I'm listening to indie music or I'm listening to my generation. But I do think there is still quality music that's coming out from the young generation. It's just harder to find it. Or at least for me it's harder. There's 8 billion people in the world, but for me personally it's harder to find it.
We was just talking about my boy Rello.
Yeah.
I feel like
lyrical music.
That man makes
See what I'm saying?
Super duper lyrical.
Yeah.
Super soulful beats, like make you feel good, make you just groove when that thing come on, man. Hey, look, I'm such a big fan of what bro doing. Like he inspired me for real.
Y'all got music together?
Yeah, we got he on my new album.
Okay. And say the name again.
Influential.
Yes,
my new album, Influential, will be dropping this month, September. I don't have the exact date for y'all yet. As soon as I get the cover art back, then I drop the date.
I got bad news for you. Only this won't come out till I still gotta drop Arson, Bronx.
No worries. This gonna be a little bit delayed. By the time y'all see this, the album gonna be out, just dropped. It's gonna be fresh for y'all. So yeah, that give me a little bit more time to prepare. It's all good. It's gonna drop on the perfect time when the album drops. But yeah, my boy Rello on there, man. I'm a super fan of him. We actually went to high school together, man.
Okay.
So I've been knowing, bro. We go back from he'll tell you smoking out the car in his backyard that didn't run.
Yes, sir.
Young nigga day. Yeah, we matching blunts in the car in the backyard.
Trying to figure it out.
Yes, sir. So hot boxing that bitch out, trying to figure it out. Probably listen to Lil Wayne or whatever at the time. But yeah, that's my boy since back then, man. I've been watching him and seeing him go crazy. And every time he do a performance, it's an experience.
Yeah.
When the man drop new music, you could just feel like he passing about it. He dope. Been going crazy with the content. So he on my new album.
Who else you got on there?
I got my artist. I ain't gonna say my artist, but my bro that works under my conglomerate. Give Me Me.
Get who?
Give Me Me is my conglomerate.
Oh, thank God! I thought you said Give Me Meat. I said, hold on, what is that?
No, Give Me Me.
Get that money. Okay,
give me what you owe me. Give me mine.
Yeah,
Give Me Me. That's what rap label, whatever you want to call it, for lack of a better term.
Yes, sir.
That's me. That's my boy DJ Craig the Gee.
Okay.
And my brother GME Jab. Shout out Craig the Gee and GME Jab. But I got a song with Craig on there.
Okay.
I got a song with Rello and young lady by the name Bree Morris. She's super dope.
Okay.
I thought she was from, she sang and rap. Okay. She go crazy. I thought she was from around here because I had seen her on some local people stuff, but she actually not from around here. She from out west somewhere, I believe. But
okay, dope.
I got a super dope collaboration song. They actually on the same song, her and Rello. Okay. And that's like damn near my favorite song on the album called Playa. Okay. So if you're watching this right now, go listen to the influential album.
Yes, sir. Because it is out.
At this time. My boy Rello XP and Bree Morris, man. I love that song, bro. Al Toon went crazy on that with his engineering skills. That's one of the ones that's gonna stand out. But I said Craig, I said Rello, I said Bree. Do I got any more features? Brill. My little bro Brill on there, man. He don't even rap no more. He used to rap with us back when we were still printing up the CDs and everything. He another one that kind of moved on in his life, but he blessed me with a super hard verse. And I'm looking forward to y'all hearing this collection of songs. That's why I got featured on there. Me and Rello actually, I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. We got a joint project we working on, man. I don't really know the exact number of songs it's gonna be. It might be 5, it might be 10.
How many you got so far?
We got 3 already. I want to say 3. We got 3 already recorded and some more stuff in the works. But yeah, man, it's just fun working with him. Challenges. You heard my music. Yeah. You heard his music. Yeah. So for me, when I work with an artist like that, I was like, okay, I can't talk this same fly shit I do on my shit. I gotta be able to blend with them and still stay in my bag. And we've been able to do that a few times and got some more shit on the way. I'm real excited about that. We don't got the title yet or nothing, but yeah, my boy Rello XP, man. Go listen to his music and be on the lookout for our collaborative effort. Drop a song.
Okay. So drop the name of the album, your album that's coming out one more time.
Influential. The last album called Supreme, that's already out. So go listen to that when you get a moment. It's a dope vibes on there. The new album, Influential. That title just came from, like I said, I've been doing this for so long. I've been trying to stay ahead of the curve as far as seeing where the game is going and adapting to how the game is changing, how you're supposed to approach things as an independent artist. And I feel like I'm influential. I done did some things and then seeing some other people go and follow the blueprint. And I didn't realize I was setting the blueprint at the time. I was just trying to do my thing. So I feel like I've been influential. So that's what we rolling with as the title, man. It's another one of them ones. It's like supreme, influential, legendary. Like, yes, sir. These ain't just regular.
They ain't regular titles.
Nah, I don't want it to sound regular. I want to set that expectation, and then you put it on and have that experience. Like, okay, I see why you said that.
Yes, sir. All right, so can we get your socials and how can people reach you?
Yeah, man, I'm at Cartier Camo on everything. CartierCamo. Everything on Instagram, Snapchat, on Spotify. Follow me on Spotify. You know, you can follow the artists so you can see all the updates when they drop. Cartier Camo, man, on all music platforms. And yeah, man, we're just trying to go crazy, man. I really appreciate you letting me come in.
Hey, for sure, man.
Keep my flavor on your platform, man. I love what you're doing. I done seen a lot of them, a lot of the ones you did. I seen some clip with Arson. Shout out to Arson. I love Arson music, what he got going on. I seen what you did with Bell.
I appreciate
doing the interview with Bell, so shout out Bellamy, man.
He been grinding like a motherfucker.
But he everywhere, man. It's hard to catch that dude. Shout out Bell. But nah, man, I really appreciate you taking this time with me, man. Letting me.
I appreciate you coming through. Like I said, we finally got to meet. You cool as a motherfucker. I fucks with you.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Man, nice to meet you. And about them Cowboys.
Nah. we get out of here. Thanks for watching.
All right, man. Cartier Camo.